I remember reading. You seem like you've read so many books. I keep writing your books, The ABC of Success, and I'm probably going to read all of these books to get your
Yeah.
knowledge. But I think one of the things where many people don't succeed, even in you talk about healthcare. At one point, we're all going to get
Yeah.
sick, and the phases of end of life is going to be disease before death most of the time. And you're telling people this is inevitable. There should be a way for you to protect yourself and your family. What do you think for for people that have exposure or they don't have a counselor or a mentor or someone that has written a book before like yourself? What do you think if someone wants to really succeed in any field? What is the
Mm.
first, second, and third thing that if they have in place, no matter the rest, they're really, really going to succeed? Is it mentoring? Is it finance? Is it where you are? Access to internet and information. What is it that makes a difference in someone, no matter where they are? Because I'm sure many
Yeah.
people see you like this, they want to succeed. We are still growing our career, and there's still many
Yeah.
more years. We're going to be bigger than this. But what does it take to get that leap forward?
Exactly. The first and the most important thing in success is passion. It's not the money, it's not mentorship, it's passion. When you're passionate, your passion is going to take you to places. I'm going to give example. When I was 5 years old, I remember the first day I went to school and I came back home and I asked my mom, why don't we have electricity? Why are there no light in this village? And I said,
Yeah,
okay, one day when I grow up, I'm going to make sure the village have all of this stuff.
yeah,
And that changed my mentality. So I started working hard because I wanted to be a medical doctor, have so much money, and come and change the community. And because of that, I placed myself in the first position. I knew I had to do more than others because I needed a change. And because of that, that is the way I went through the university. I was a leader in most of the stuff in my class, in most of the stuff. I was a leader. Why?
yeah,
Because there was that passion for me to want to change something. And this is one of the reasons when I graduated, I had an opportunity to get into a government job. I said, no, I don't want that. I decided to volunteer. Okay, I saw money and volunteer. I decided to volunteer.
yeah,
But I was looking at something more bigger than just money. And in less than no time, I had an opportunity to travel abroad where I went to Uganda because of my passion on really, by then, on really helping people on managing their resources. And when I got there, I met Dr. Clive of Cambridge University. Dr. Clive said, hey, Francis, you have so much passion. In case you ever need a recommendation, let me know. And in less than a year, there's an opportunity in Belgium. And I say, hey, look, Clive, I need a recommendation. And because that recommendation came from Cambridge, I got
yeah,
a scholarship. Now, it wasn't about money. I did not have to spend money to go to Belgium. My flight, everything, my housing, everything. What happened? The passion that was behind it.
yeah,
Up to the level where I did my doctorate, it was a whole lot of passion on changing the life of the people, on looking at what can I do to change their life. And that same passion is what has driven me to, okay, now if you look back at a shift from focusing on environmental protection, focusing on poverty, and now focusing on pure business.
oh wow,
My passion has not really changed. People will say, oh, we see a very big transition from this. No, my passion is in helping people make a difference in their life. And the resources or the route which my passion is bringing me around is on how do I help people move to a different level. It got to a level I told myself, hey, the people that have the power to really cause change are entrepreneurs, are people in business.
oh yeah,
So if I put myself where I can help more of these people, then the change, the impact will be more, rather than trying to go right down there to do it myself. So I become more of an enabler that help people that are doing it to do more of that.
yeah,
So your passion is going to take you to one level to another, to one level to another. All right. While you're growing with your passion, mentorship is going to automatically fit in. Why? people are automatically attracted to anyone that is creating any sustainable change. If you
Correct.
do something that's outstanding, there's someone that's going to identify you, say, hey, you're doing a great job. How can we collaborate? We are in here because we found some common interest. If I
Mhm.
wasn't doing anything, probably just going on Facebook and commenting, we'll not be here talking. Now, the conversation we're having now is more of we're co-mentoring ourselves. I've learned a lot about what you do. You learn a lot about this. We are growing.
Definitely.
Now, it gets to a level where you can now afford for the type of mentorship you want. You can decide to say, oh, I want to have what at this level, one of my greatest mentor, one of my greatest role models is John Maxwell. Say, hey, at this level, I desire to have what John Maxwell have. Now I'm capable of paying to get to that level where I can learn from there.
Yes.
But if I'm down there without a passion, no matter how I desire to have what he has now, I can afford it. So I'm kind of witching. So passion is your biggest drive. When people come to me to help them write a book, I'm looking for that place of passion. I'm
Yeah.
looking for why do you want to do it? What is it in for you before even writing? How is it going to change you? How is it going to benefit you?
Yeah.
If we don't see this point, what I do is that I said, okay, I might just give you a guideline, you write a book, but I'm not really going to coach you to do that because the coaching is not just on writing a book, the coaching is on transformation by using a book. But I can give you a guideline. You don't really need coaching if you just want to write a book. I can give you a structure. You can put everything down. But if you really want to change the life of people by doing that, now that is when we start talking on how many lives do you want to change. And all of this is from a place of passion. And many people will come to me and will say, oh, look, I've already written 90% of my book. I just need help in completing 10%. How can you help me? I said, sorry, I can help you. Why? Because you've already started building something, and my goal is not to help you complete it. My goal is to do a complete evaluation on how that is going to affect change
Yeah.
rather than helping you to add on chapters. We're not just adding chapters, we're focusing a whole lot on the transformation, the process. Will you be happy doing what you're doing, even if you don't see money coming into your paycheck?
Yeah.
That is what start creating change.
Well, Francis, you said it all. You said it all, Doc. I'm trying to look for words I can put in for what you have not said. You just cover. You just nailed it right there. Passion. I think we have similar stories. What we did in the undergrad, and what we're doing as a passion is to complete black and white. And I think that's the point. That's the point. Everyone has that innermost personality, that thing that makes them unique, right? It could be the
Yeah,
way they sing, the way the athletic, the way they think, math skills, or drawing. Everyone has something unique about them, and
that's
and
right.
at one point, I think people just settle. You know, people just settle and they give up on their passion. They give up on the things that make them happy because in the beginning, they didn't have anyone that said you are great, you can be better, you can take this the next level,
Never.
keep on working, don't matter if you fail. I think that's what people with a passion and they miss it. And I was thinking, how can they rekindle that? If you have a passion and you still have it, you're still there, and how can you recommend bring back that passion? And I was saying, I thought of mental capital, which is you, the mental
Yeah,
capital, that is reading, learning, listening, trying and failing. Then once you have that mental capital, you develop that passion back, your drives, you stay up a bit later, extra, give yourself extra 1 hour every day to bring
yeah,
something to the table. And from there, before you know, it's going to be 2 hours every day you're putting aside, building that passion. Oh, then you start building that mental capital. Then the next, you start looking for mentor relationships,
yeah,
right? Is it a
Yeah.
teacher? Is it a friend? Is it a spouse? Is it a group that you have to join? Right? That is it like a Zoom call like this one that we are, we're co-mentoring one another, and you start building that relationship. Because the truth is, if you don't give nothing, nobody's going to give you nothing.
That's
You
right.
know, you have to give to receive. You can have all that mental capital. If you don't have the right relationship, you miss it. You can have
It makes it.
relationship, but if you don't bring in something to the table, you're gonna miss. So
Exactly.
yeah, but exactly, yeah. Like you said, passion, mentorship is gonna give you financial freedom.